Hello, this is Conan Lee.
Hey, welcome to the Wise Guy
Conan.
Show. Robbie, bring his voice up, please. Bring his volume up, please, for us. Welcome to the Wise Guy Show, Conan Lee.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Conan Lee, this is Jumpin' Gennaro, Freddie the Fireman, and Biagio on the table.
Mike,
Honored to meet you.
Pleasure to talk to you.
Oh,
We
yes,
have
me too.
Roberto, sound engineer in the room.
We're just getting in touch with our sound engineer to bring your volume up a
We
little
have
bit.
Annette Denore, who is Freddie's wife and is the queen of the room. And then we have our photographer, Anthony Scala. That's who's in the room.
Wow. Okay.
Now, here's my question. Are you
Yes, sir.
ready for the first question?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Conan. Is it real?
No, that is my stage name, actually.
I figured that. Now, is it Conan the Barbarian that inspired you? Is it Conan? Sounds like a powerful name. You tell
Yes.
us now.
Oh, I'm gonna blow you away with this one.
Okay.
Okay, so Conan the Barbarian. Okay, so
Schwarzenegger.
right, but actually it was way before him. The original. There was an artist, and he was a very famous Italian artist called Franco Frazzetti. He was the one that drew all the barbaric Conan, the barbaric, the Amazon, everything that he painted and drew. It was very detailed and muscular. So when I saw that picture of Conan, I goes, "Wow, this is amazing," and the reason why I used Conan was because it was very easy for the Japanese, for the marketing, for the film business.
Wow.
And
Okay.
and in return, Lee is also my family name on one part, so I call Conan Lee. So when you hear the name Conan Lee, the first thing you're gonna think of is a very muscular, powerful Bruce Lee.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
That's what I thought.
I like that.
Exactly.
He's right.
So that was my creativity to where it was an easy marketing, and guess what? It worked perfectly because my first film that I debuted in became the biggest box office of all time, surpassing Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan.
What?
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Yes, yes. So I'm old school. I am now. I've been in the movie industry for 40 years exactly.
So-
40 years.
So this is Jumpin' Gennaro again. You said are you Japanese?
No.
Well, I am half Chinese and half English, and I have Japanese on the other side and Korean. So,
But you were born in Hong Kong,
Hold
correct?
Yes, sir. I was born in Hong Kong. My family is from China. My mom is from Japan.
Oh, okay.
So I was very, very, how do you say, very unique because I have 4 different grandparents, like their culture. Yes.
So let me just say this. First of all, you need to know this.
Wait,
okay?
but before you hold that thought, you were born in Hong Kong, but you grew up in Queens, New York.
Oh man, you
Seriously,
kidding me?
that's now wait. On top of all the different grandparents and that history, Hong Kong and Queens, New York, you're talking about another amazing 2 places to be born and grew up.
Well, I'm going to share this. It's kind of strange because I always think about this. I'm very much a city boy. My mom is from Japan. My father is from Shanghai. I was born in Hong Kong. I was immigrated to New York. The 4 cities the countries I just mentioned, they're all the most popular cities in those
Not just
territories.
the most popular, the most influential, inspiring, and powerful.
Yes, in all those.
And
Yes.
what's ironic is, so here's something I have to share. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
No disrespect.
Please,
But
no,
let
no.
me tell you something very extremely important that you need to know in real time. Billy Gagoots
Yes.
is our brother.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Billy Gagoots, we call him Gagoots. I don't know did he ever explain to you what the word Gagoots means?
No, but it sounds really amazing.
Okay.
Forget about
So I'm going to
it.
tell you, I'm going to tell you what a Gagoots is. A Gagoots okay, is a type of a pumpkin is a gagoots, a cucumber is a gagoots.
Got it. It's a
It's that family, okay, of you know what I'm talking about, right? Now,
Yes.
real gagoots is the Italians that take pride. The longer it is, and it has nothing to do with Viagra. The longer it is, the more pride they take in it. When you get a long gagoots, all right. So now the point of all this is that you have connected with a man who is a great heart, great spirit, great energy. Besides being a martial artist, I know you know that because he knows
Yes.
you because through the martial arts. But he's an amazing spirit. So how did you connect with Billy? Okay, because Billy, he's even though he's not physically in our space, he's always with us, and we love
Yes.
him. So tell me
Yes.
your experience with Billy.
Well, Billy, like you said, is whatever you said about the cagoots and all that. Gabish. Gabish.
Gabish.
And before I get into that, I want to share this with you.
You're
I
from
grew up in
Queens. You grew up
Queens.
with Italians.
Exactly.
Bravo.
Forget about it.
Forget
I grew up with
about
Italians,
it.
and wait, it's not even that. It's that my family, my brothers and sisters, they all marry Italians. I got little paisano.
Uno, due, tre, cazzo!
Man, I'm having. They eat meatballs with chopsticks.
That's great.
Hey,
But
Thanksgiving
anyway.
we're gonna have meatballs. We're gonna have turkey. We're gonna have naboki tutte goes.
Oh man, it's so fun. Yeah. So back to Billy. I met him through a very good friend, and exactly what you said. And it was love at first sight. The friendship that we have created from the first time we met, it lasted today, and every day has been better than, day after day. It's been better and better. And spiritually, so we have a saying in our language too, where we all, you are who you're surrounded by, and you're usually going to meet the same people of your same breed. And he's very, very down to earth. A lot of things
You're on the
he
same frequency.
Yeah.
yeah. And,
All right.
and,
So listen. Now, where are you physically in the world right now? Where are you?
I am in New York right now.
Okay.
New York, New York.
Yes.
You got to come in our studio because we're gonna spoil you, and you're gonna be here with Billy. We'll get him here too.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
put a spread out, and we're gonna get you spinning. And I'm talking about roundhouse spin. We're talking about spinning.
Okay.
So, no,
Yes.
this is Biagio. Quick question. How'd you get into the martial arts? Or how old were you when you started the martial arts?
Okay, I started very young, and it was because my father was a martial artist, and he don't call himself a grandmaster, but my father was probably. I'm gonna be very candid about this. He's probably one of the best fighters in Shanghai that grown up in that era.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he never lost.
Now
and,
you
What's his name?
mentioned your family name was Lee. Is there a relation to Bruce Lee?
No relationship.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just on the mother's, on my grandparents' side, and I actually have an American last name. And my father, he started me when I was very young, and I kind of liked it. And then I saw 2 films that inspired me to become an actor, but then I didn't follow through. It was a dream as a kid. Then when we came to New York, it's very, I don't mean to say this in a negative way to the racists, but he said that we come here, we are minorities, and we're going to have to learn how to defend ourselves in case you get bullied. And I said, okay, whatever that meant. So my father started to teach us, and I was too young to learn the spinning kicks. And, 6, 7, 8 years old, your kicks is not going to be too powerful. You kick a paper bag, but nothing else.
Right.
So,
Right.
so he taught us how to do the flips and judos and jujitsu. So this way, if a bigger person come at me, then I can protect myself by flipping him or get him in the chokes. So that's how we started it.
Fantastic.
And yeah.
Can you
And
come
then
down when you come down to the studio and demonstrate on Jumping Gennaro?
Hey, listen, Lee, I got a better one. You ready?
Yes.
He's making a joke, but I got something serious. Next
Yes.
door to us, as we're speaking, I hear music. We never heard music in the past. But in the past, month, 2 months, I don't know what it is. There's a gym. There's a workout gym. And
Right.
I think we could coordinate. You come into the studio. We'll film this. With Billy Gagoos. He got to be here, though. We'll go next door, and we'll do. You'll give us the Wise Guys Show crew some instructions, and we'll film it, right, Freddie?
Yeah, okay.
All right, and you'll show us some.
We just want you to see you
wanna see a
slam.
move.
You do some kung fu slams on Jumpa Gennaro and show us the proper way to handle somebody who is getting on your nerves.
I just want to ask
well,
one more
let me-
question.
I'm having too much fun right now.
Yeah, Joe, hold that thought.
I just wanna ask one
Let
more
me tell
question.
you something.
No, but it's all about fun. It's okay. You can slam him around.
No,
and we all
hold on
get
a
it.
second. Hold on a second, Freddie. All right.
I'll whack them.
Let me tell you something. I won't be easy. I studied Kuai Khan. You know what Kuai Khan is. I studied Kuai Khan. I wrestled and I street fought a lot. So I ain't gonna be easy.
And he was a champion thumb wrestler. He was a champion.
Yes.
Nobody's beating him in the thumb wrestling.
In Belleville and Newark and other cities, I knocked out quite a few people.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm going to go back to the martial arts real quick because
Yes.
I know there's so many different, I guess, ways of doing this. People go karate, people do taekwondo, people do judo, and I guess you're a master of all this, or you taught yourself.
Well, yes, I have my. It's like this. All the martial arts are pretty much the same. All the kicks going to be the kicks, all the punch and blocks. So when I as I was saying that my father, he just taught me how to defend myself. So I just came up with my own style because I started to.
Let me guess. Realistic fist.
Yes, yes. So
That's
I
good.
just thought, like in Chinese, it sounds yin sat kun. It's like realistic. It's simple. I hit you, you're gonna go down. You hit me, I might go down. So I just want to keep it very simple.
Wait, but I like that. I like that what you said. I hit you, you're going to go down. You hit me, I might go down.
That's right. because realistically, you're never going to be able to touch me. That's the whole game. And that's why we call self-defense. It's because myself, and I'm on defense, and my game is to never be touched until I destroy you.
And that's kung fu, though, right? Is that correct?
No, that's just martial arts in general.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say I'm the best fighter. I mean, listen, there's no best in the world until you meet your foe, your opponent. However, taekwondo, karate, boxing, Wing Chun, Northern style, Shaolin, all these other styles I've been involved with. And I cannot follow any individual style because I don't have that time. But I just wanted to learn because everybody want to learn from each other, and that's what it's all about.
But that's
and
great.
At the end of the day, one thing I want to say this is very, very respectful. My father taught me, and I never really follow a master or teacher, so I just call it realistic fists. And what I want to say is a lot of the people, and this is no disrespect to them, but I'm not really a big fan of it. When they study a style for many thousand years, and the next thing you know, they change the style that they was taught, and they're basically the same style, except they use a different name.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
that is something to where with all these different style, and I'm not a big fan of someone who changed something that it was taught to you, and you just changed the name because you add something to it. It's the same thing.
Well, I have to say something. The greatest styles were the defenses of the survival of not of the humans, but of the animals.
Yes. Yeah. That too. Well, that's the Shaolin Temple.
No,
I know there.
What?
I didn't understand what you said.
Me?
Yeah.
said what
I don't understand. What was
Okay,
that?
let's
Explain
start
that again.
Let's start again. The greatest techniques were derived from the survival and defense from the animals.
The animal kingdom.
Yes.
Correct?
Not the humans.
No, right.
The animals.
All right, now I understand.
Techniques from the
Yeah,
animals.
Here's,
Now I understand.
I know I keep asking a question. The only reason I ask is my son took Taekwondo for so many years.
Yes.
And I think, I don't want to say, I'm not judging it, is Taekwondo really more of a sport? Because I think in a real fight, by the time you raise your leg and hit somebody, isn't it easier somebody just to punch him in the face?
No.
Or throw
Well,
him?
No.
I don't know because I went to a lot of tournaments. I think Taekwondo is more of a sport.
No.
Am I correct?
No. The farther.
Oh, I'm asking Conan.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
He's the master.
I'm going to tell you.
Well, no, I want to ask the
Hold on a
master.
second.
I want to hear the master.
How long is your arm? How long is your extension of your upper body?
No, but
As opposed to
Wait,
your
wait,
legs.
wait.
But wait, I'm
Wait,
asking
wait,
Conan
let's
in
ask the
a
master.
real fight.
He's a master.
In
over
a
here.
street fight, if somebody was doing a taekwondo or doing karate or boxing, what is the best? But what is the better style that really would work?
It's the bone.
You know, let me just answer the first question. Is Taekwondo is not a sport.
Okay.
They was able to bring it into a sport into Olympics.
Right. Okay.
Taekwondo is just a Korean style of fighting. It's the art of kicking. That's what Taekwondo means.
Yes.
Right.
Which is the
So,
best extension you have.
if you say, my father always said to me growing up, I told you he taught me about the, like flipping and judos and chokes and stuff like that on the start. So he always said, never kick higher than your hip. So my father never kicked higher than his hips. When he kicked somebody, it wouldn't be above the opponent's hips because that's where all the power is. And there's no need to go that high.
you want to chop down the tree.
Yeah, if you're gonna kick someone in the face, you might as well punch him in the face.
Right. Well, that was my point.
Right.
Yeah. So, but you say, fighting. It doesn't matter what style, and it doesn't matter how good it is. It's a lot of things to it. One is, can you hit the opponent? Can you withstand a blow by a punch? So Rocky Marciano, which is Lagut's father's best friend, if he hits you, I don't care if you're Taekwondo or like Mike Tyson, he's gonna send you to another planet.
Yeah. Hey, you know how I they said about him? They said he had feet that were like a child's feet. He'd trip over his own feet. But his hands, when they hit you, they were like a falling safe.
No, but but why? But wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Time out. You talked about his feet. You talked about his hand. You didn't talk about his legs. The structure.
Oh, yeah,
of
the
that
legs.
man and his legs was the strength. The strength comes from the strength from him was from the legs.
Yeah, what amazed me about Rocky Marciano is, and I don't mean to get off the subject, but one thing about Rocky Marciano, because I'm a big fan, and I know one thing, the most thing that most people need to focus on 100% when you talk about the greatest heavyweight of all time.
Yeah.
Okay? Watch all his fights, whoever he fought, he never backed up from an opponent. He always went forward against an opponent, and he fucking took. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. He took everything that was given to him, but you'll never see him back up. He always came forward, and when I say that clearly. Throughout the whole fight, he never ran. He never backed up. He went at you every second of the way. And that, to me, is why I consider him, I could put him, because times are the difference, but as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time.
You know what?
Plus, the fact that he never lost.
It was a strategy, but his legs, just like Tyson, the power came from the legs.
Oh, yeah.
But you're talking about a strategy exactly. He took away the confidence of people. Even though there was people that were stronger than him, had technique, and could beat him, once you take away somebody's confidence, here we go, Mr. Lee.
Yes.
When you take away somebody's confidence, and the confidence has been compromised, that's when you know you're going to take them down. Isn't that true?
Well, I think can the opponent withstand a blow? That's what it comes down to.
That's 100%.
Here, so we're going all into the martial art. We got to talk about how you were also influential in training and also in film and other legs. We're talking about just the art, but more importantly, right now, did you ever have somebody that you were intimidated by and said this guy is way too much for me, no matter what you did?
Oh, there's definitely when I was growing up, yes. But once I hit 17-ish, like when I was in high school, when I was getting myself really prepared to go to Hong Kong to do films, I got really into the serious training of kicking and all this stuff. I started watching a lot of films just to see what they were doing in the movies. And to be honest, I realized that my father was always right. And sometimes, you need to grow up and then you learn, wow, he was correct. He always said, this is all acting, and in a real fight is a whole different scenario. He said, and when I started watching all this movie, I'm watching all this, all the Shaw brothers and Bruce Lee and all the big names. And I realized a lot of the stuff I said, wait a minute, I did that and it didn't seem like I can really hurt somebody, but why did this guy go flying? That's where the stuntman comes in.
Right.
So my training, as to get back to your intimidating, I'm a very confident guy. I never lost.
Wow.
I never lost. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I had a lot of street fights too, and 3-on-1, 2-on-1. It was very rarely 1-on-1 because it was very easy for me. If it's 1-on-1, it's too easy.
Wow.
So what I did was I trained. My father taught me, so I became a pretty good fighter, handling myself, protecting myself. And then when I got into the movies, I just wanted to focus in doing stuff beautiful for the films. So as far as fighting goes, I've got that. Then I got into learning all the, like back to your before about the animals. So we could do the animals, and they was doing that in the Shaolin Temple, the techniques, the tiger, the crane, all that stuff. So I went from I'm a real martial artist that went into the filming. And when I went into the filming, I was very blessed with confidence and the whole total package. I don't want to brag about myself.
Mr. Lee, we're going to make you not just part of our Wise Guy Show family with Billy Gagoots. We're going to make you and Billy the Wise Guy Show family bodyguards tonight. All right?
But speaking of Billy Conan, before we let you go, I want to mention there's a few things. Your mineral water, global We World Energy, and you're the global ambassador for We World Energy. I know Billy's doing amazing things with that. And also Bubble Gum Gangster, which you'll be a producer of and help him with. I know he's been working on that for a long time. So if you just want to just talk a little bit about that, and I'd love to hear where that's going and how you got involved.
Well, I am a filmmaker. So I started my career 40 years ago. Then my mom got very ill around 1995. At the top of my game in the film industry, I was told my mom was very sick. I came back, and I thought, she was going to leave me. And I was very down, and I prayed to God. And the next thing you knew, I started to learn about nutrition through an old man, a friend who introduced me to another doctor. And he taught me little by little. He said, "You can save your mom." Here I'm thinking, you got to be kidding me. The best doctors in the world said, my mother's going to die within 3 to 9 months. And you're telling me, you can help my mother? So I said, great. He said, it's going to be very difficult. Your mom has to play ball, and it's going to be a lot of work for you. And I told him, I am going to give up my whole entire life if this is what it takes. Sure enough, I spent 17 years. After 3 to 9 months, my mom was supposed to go. She had scleroderma and a whole list of diseases that come with that. And I literally experienced everything that she had. I was her caretaker 24/7.
Wow.
Her doctor, her nursing. People say, "Oh, you're a good son. You took care of your mother." No, I didn't take care of my mother. I was her right there, her doctor, her beautician, her. I did everything. I changed her, I feed her. I did. I did. Then in the 17 years, what I did to get to the story is going to lead into it. So I studied nutrition, and I understand now everything can be cured by nutrition. And I study from 3 different geniuses. These are scientists, researchers, and they're experts in blood, oxygen, and water. 3 different. So one was especially in blood, was blood clotting. The water was this mineral water that we're going to get into that I'm going to explain, and then it was the oxygen. Another thing, I said, wow, this is really amazing. So we have ozone, oxygen, and the blood was to me the most important because my mom, if she has a blood clot, she'll get a stroke and it's over. There's no need to try to save her because once someone gets a stroke, it's really hard to get them back. Depends the level of it. However, my mom didn't. I kept her blood thin. So I kept her blood well. Then I started to remove the acidic toxins from her body. And I started to detox her with the steam baths. And the water was really a powerful thing. It removed the acidic toxin and heavy metals, and I started seeing recovery.
Wow.
And the tragic was actually 5 years in, my mom started to recover. 5 years after.
God bless.
And then the next 12 years, I went into saved her, and I got photos to show people that is going to blow them away. My mom, after we healed her, she looks better than when she was, even before she was sick.
Wow.
Fantastic. And that's when I realized that nutrition is not about aging.
Mr. Lee, we're going to close off in a minute, but I want to share this with you because I've experienced this recently. Maitake mushroom, Japanese, Chinese,
yes,
Asian.
I know exactly what that. That's reishi mushroom, yes.
The mushrooms are unbelievable for health and nutrition and
immune system.
Food.
That's the main
immune
thing.
System. Thank you. Come in our studio. We need to see you here. All right?
How do I? No, but I was going to say, I'm very interested in everything you just said. Is that a water that you're talking about?
Yes, my water is the most brilliant water. So, and right now I'm working with the We World with Sean and Billy, and this is something is going to be amazing, and it's a God's blessing.
Come in our studio, please. Come.
Yes. So I ended with this,
No, but I want to get information. I want to buy. Is it high pH? Is that what you have in there?
You see, pH. I can go on and go on. pH in alkaline water doesn't mean that much. It only means that it's not going to hurt you. It's safe to drink, but is it really, really going to cure? No. So what it is pH and alkaline cannot remove the acidic toxins. My water can remove the acidic toxins because of the minerals. I want to buy it.
All right, Freddie, Biagio, Freddie, come in our studio. You got to come here. We'll talk about it more.
No, but I want to buy it. Absolutely. I want to know where to buy it.
Yeah, where do we find your water?
I want to buy it now. What I got to wait?
Well, why don't you give me a call and then we go through that because I don't think it's fair.
That's good.
And real quick though, We World Energy and Bubblegum Gangsters. Just before we only have a few minutes.
Yes. So get to the Bubblegum Gangsters where because my mom passed away after I cured her on an accident. She went out and she ate something and she choked. So I made a film about my true story. It was a tragic because I told my mom I will never make a film again. Since I cured you for 17 years, what I want to do is I want to spend the rest of my life with you now. Why 17 years of struggle when I can spend now the rest of my life with you being happy and well? I don't want to do the movies anymore. I give up my whole career. I don't really care no more.
Listen, you are awesome, man. I got to meet you. We got to meet you.
Yes.
Please come in the studio.
So I gave up my whole thing. So then God took her away. And I came back, so I made a film about that, and I decided to take this water and share it with the world and I know I'm pretty much.
I'm actually going to call him as soon as we're done.
Yeah, I know what I can do to do.
No, we'll take care of it. And obviously, We World Energy with Billy, what he's doing with the generators and all that stuff is just amazing. And we really wish you the best with that. But obviously, Billy's our family, so I'm sure we're going to have you in our studio, and we'll have a lot more time to talk about all this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Conan Lee. Thank you so much.
Uno, due, tre, action!
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right,
Yes.
bye.
Wow, a lot of incredible information.
Let me tell you, I knew. I didn't even get into the movies.
I didn't know he had that water.
Yes.
I know about the energy because
Billy told me discuss the water. I saved it for the end because I wanted. I didn't know it was that powerful.
The alkaline.
All it is it's not bad for you.
Right.
But it doesn't do
It was supposed to, but it's supposed to bring your
Yes.
pH level up.
You know, that's
Because they're
something
saying if you don't have acidity in your body, you won't get cancer. Supposedly, they said that's the cause of cancer. No, he's saying it's something else too. So
All right, we get
Yep.
we could call Biagio later on the phone if you want.